Y'all want to know one of my favorite apps that I love using, that I use on a daily basis, really trying to help with my repetition when it comes to language learning? And that app is Duolingo. Duolingo is the perfect app to use when you want to learn a new language. Just dedicating 15 to 20 minutes a day learning different languages. Like right now, I'm learning Spanish, consistently working on my Spanish, building that up. And I feel like as the days get on, as more time I dedicate to it, I feel like I learn more and I retain more of that information that I'm learning when it comes to Duolingo. So if you don't have the Duolingo app on your phone, check it out, download it, and you'll greatly appreciate it, especially if you want to learn a new language. And I really challenge you to really work on learning a new language, especially if you live in the US. I believe Spanish is the second most popular language in the US. So if you don't know Spanish already, check out the Duolingo app. Back and we back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sana IE. I'm your host XO. If this is your first time listening, welcome in. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Sana IE. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to Sana IE. If you're wondering what is Sana IE, what are they going to do for me, and why should I be a continuous subscriber? First, Sonai is a personal development platform for millennials who struggle with their brain health. Every episode, we drop tips, we drop tricks, we drop knowledge, we drop research, we drop information needed for us to grow as a collective, as well as what is this episode going to do for you. It's going to help you out for showing up for yourself. Been having a lot of conversations lately, and a lot of people have been showing up for other people, but haven't been showing up for themselves. So I was like, let me do some research and figure out what are some ways that we can show up for ourselves. And this episode is going to discuss how we can show up for ourselves, because we can't pour from an empty cup. We can't always be there for other people and not be there for ourselves. As well as why should you continuously subscribe or become a subscriber of the show? Because different episodes drop different knowledge when it comes to our brain health, our mental health, our financial health, when it comes to us overall well-being and understanding. Maybe I need to really check in with myself. We drop episodes every Monday and Friday discussing different things and different topics and really covering the basis of financial health and mental health. And I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your day for listening, tuning in, wherever you at. You at the gym, you at home, you reading, studying, whatever it may be. I just want to thank you for taking the time, spending your time with us on today's episode. But first, let me kick off the show with some quotes of the day before we get into the nitty gritty of the show. My first quote is it a bad life or a bad day? Is it a bad day or a bad 5 minutes? Perspective is everything. Sometimes we think, dang, oh, you have a bad life. You're living a bad life simply because you just had one bad day. Or you think it's a bad day because you had a bad 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or a bad hour. And understanding, like, my perspective is everything. And I can't think, oh, it's a bad day, it's a bad life simply because something bad's going on within this moment. Changing your perspective and understanding, like, maybe it's not a bad day. Maybe it's not a bad life. Maybe I just had a bad 5 minutes where you just had a mental breakdown. And it happens in life where we're thinking like, oh, everything's all bad, but we have to take a step back and analyze, is it a bad day? Is it a bad life? Or is it just a bad 5 minutes that I'm making it seem bigger than what it is? Maybe it's just that, and just really changing your perspective on everything and knowing like it's bad right now, but I can focus on the good, focus on the greatness of today, the good of today, the blessings that I've received today, instead of that one minor failure, that one minor setback, that one thing that's been taking me that I illuminated just because it happened. And understanding like, yo, things happen, shit happens, it's life. But understanding that my perspective is everything when it comes to any situation that I'm dealing with. My second quote is, you've done it before and you can do it again. We we all been through some stuff. We're like, dang, can I do this? Can I do that? We just question ourselves and understanding like, yo, you overcame obstacles in your life. You overcame tragedies in your life. You overcame the bad stuff in your life, and you can do it again. Or you've ran a successful business, you've done success, you had some type of success in your life, and you can do it again. And having that perspective, like you've done it before and you can do it again, instead of trying to demean yourself or be like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Question yourself and understanding like, yo, I got this. I can do this. I've done it before. I can do it again. And having that confidence and telling yourself that. Sometimes we have to talk to ourselves like, yo, I am the shit. I can do this. I can make this happen. And having that conversation and have that confidence within yourself, having that positive self talk, because that negative self talk is always hindering us. The negativity that we place upon ourselves is constantly happening day in and day out. We have a lot of thoughts throughout the day, but talking to yourself in a positive attitude, that positive manner, and keeping that positivity about yourself really helps you out. So that quote again, once again, is you've done it before and you can do it again. But let me kick off the show with the segment of the day, which is showing up for yourself. Number one would be commit to your habits, practices, routines, and rituals that are good for your well being, even when you don't want to. There will be days. We all get those days where we don't feel like working on anything. We feel like we don't want to do nothing. We want to be unproductive. We just want to stay in bed, stay at home, not talk to the world, just be with ourselves. It's going to be those days. But those days we have to dig a little deeper and say, I got to still commit to my habits, rituals, routines, practices that I put into place so I can progress. Even if doing a little small thing, you be like, I don't want to go to the gym today. Hit some push-ups, hit some sit-ups, do some jumping jacks, do the little things that you can do to still advance yourself instead of being like, I want to take the day off. No, stay committed to the practice, stay committed to your journey, stay committed, stay disciplined to what you want to do and to the routines and rituals instead of being like, I don't want to do it. I'll put it off till tomorrow. It's like, nah, do a little things. The smallest thing that you can do to advance yourself, do that, and then take that break, take that rest, take what you need for yourself, but still be committed to the process along the way. And I'll have those days too. There'll be days I'm like, dang, do I want to record today? I'm like, but I have to understand it's not just about me. It's about all of us as a collective where I'm doing this for us, where I know some people need this, where they need the daily episodes, the positive episodes that to bring them up, to give them that light that they need. So it's like staying committed to the habits, the practices, the rituals, the religions, the routines, whatever you're doing religiously, staying committed to that regardless of what's going on. Because you have to think it's not just about me. It's about maybe your kids, maybe your family, maybe your grandkids, whatever it may be, just thinking the long term. Like you still have to get up and get after it regardless of what's going on. But still, I know there's days where you like, I want to rest, where you can rest. That's why God rested on Sunday. So taking those rest days, even on the Sundays come, being there for yourself and understanding I still have to be committed, but I also have to take my time and rest at times. Number two would be allow yourself to feel a multitude of feelings without labeling them as wrong, bad, or negative. We're human. We're humans. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. So it's understanding like you're going to feel bad things, you're going to feel wrong things, you're going to feel negative things, but understanding like let them come. Feel those feelings, but don't label them, because it's like, oh, you feeling bad today, you feeling sad today, whatever it may be. Okay, enjoy that feeling. It's good to feel that, but understanding like this too shall pass, and knowing that this will pass is just something I'm experiencing at this moment. Number three is practice listening to your needs and discovering different ways of meeting those needs. What do you feel like you need from yourself? What did you need for yourself this week or this month or this year? What do you need for you? Maybe you're thinking that, maybe you have to write it down. Like, what do I need right now? Do you need more love? Do you need guidance? Do you need assistance? Do you need rest? And understanding, what do I need for myself and how can I give it to myself? Practice listening to yourself, and like there's different ways to meeting your needs and understanding what you need, but you just have to ask the question and really sit with yourself, sit in silence. Like, what do I need right now? Maybe you need to sit in silence and just be with yourself, understand yourself. Maybe you don't need to be out with other people, be talking to other people. Maybe you just need that one day, that self-care day for yourself, where you're just taking care of you and understanding everything that you need. Number four would be practice. My bad. Practice self-forgiveness for not being perfect, for forgetting, for your past, for what you don't know, and for getting off track sometimes. Sometimes we hold ourselves accountable to a lot, and we have to understand that you're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. You're not always going to get it right. Your past is your past. You're not perfect. You're going to forget some things. You're going to fall off track, but understand, I forgive myself. I'm learning, I'm growing, and I am on my way to becoming a better person. But it starts with self-forgiveness. So I'm asking you right now to forgive yourself. If there's something that you messed up with on this week, this month, this year, messed up with your family, messed up with your friends, messed up in the past, forgive yourself. Take that time to forgive yourself and forgive yourself daily because you're not always gonna get it right. We're not all perfect. We're all gonna fuck up somehow, some way. But understanding like I have to forgive myself for these fuck ups that happen, for the me not being perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their issues. But practicing self forgiveness is a major key. Number five, let yourself start again over and over as much as needed. Keep starting over if you have to, but just know whenever you start over, you're starting over with more knowledge than before. So it's going to be times when you have failures. Minor setbacks lead to major comebacks, and understanding like I can keep starting over and over again, and I have more knowledge every time that I start over. Just give yourself that acceptance. We ain't gonna get it right. There's gonna be good days, there's gonna be bad days, there's gonna be long days, there's gonna be sad days. But understanding that it's good to start over because you have that knowledge that you need to start over and continuously keep going. You got to be like the Energizer Bunny, keep going and going and going regardless of what's happening. Number six, take care of your basic needs. Stay hydrated, get enough sleep, move your body, eat nourishing foods. Take care of your basic needs. Take care of yourself. That's how you show up for yourself. Doing the little things, staying hydrated, constantly drinking water. I'm always drinking water myself, but doing the little things, getting enough sleep. Have you been getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night? Maybe like, oh, I sleep 4 to 5, whatever it may be. Focus at least one day a week where you're getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night so you can fully recharge, rejuvenate your body, and really get that rest in. It'll give you so much clarity. And really make sure you're moving your body. If you're like, I'm not a gym person, maybe you need to go, maybe take for walks or go on some hikes, doing the little things to really move your body around. Maybe you take Zumba classes, they take dance classes, maybe even do yoga, whatever it may be. Just move your body around and take care of your basic needs as well as eating nourishing foods. I feel like this is a big one because everything these days is genetically modified, or they have some type of dyes in them, or they're not even good for you. But eating those whole foods, getting those fruits and vegetables in your system, getting the right proper amount of nutrients that you need for your body, take your omega 3s, doing the little things to making sure you're giving your body what it needs instead of just eating stuff just because. My biggest thing too is like staying away from fast food. And fast food is not good for you overall in the long run. We have to think about long term instead of in the moment. Don't let the current temptations stop you from your overall progression to where you want to be physically and health wise. Number seven would be give yourself permission to rest, to take breaks and have downtime. Sometimes we're constantly running cycle. We have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that. Nah, take a break, relax, show up for yourself and have those self-care days where you just spending a day doing nothing at all. Maybe you just want to Netflix and chill. Maybe you just want to indulge on some of your favorite foods, some of your favorite snacks, whatever it may be. But having that downtime, having that rest time, having that time for yourself is a major key. Number eight, spend quality time with yourself. That may be reading, that may be writing, creating, maybe even getting up to know who you are underneath or who you think you should be. Spending that time with yourself, spending that time alone, spending that quality time is saying, what do I need for myself? How can I advance myself? How can I get better? What do I need to get better at? What do I need to unlearn? What do I not need to learn? What are my triggers? What are my habits? What How do I speak to myself? How do I talk to myself? Is my self-talk, is it positive? Is it negative? Have I forgiven myself this week? And knowing like spending that quality time with yourself and examining who you are. And I know how it is. People have kids, people have families, people have people that need to take care of, but take care of yourself too. Let the people know, let the people around you know, like, yo, today I need to spend quality time with myself to see what I need. Number nine, be curious and compassionate about yourself as often as possible. Always be learning who you are, what you need, your likes, your dislikes, your loves, your hates, your strengths, your weaknesses. Always be curious about yourself and compassionate about yourself. Number 10, and the final one, remind yourself that you are as worthy of being shown up for as everyone else in your life. Make yourself a priority in your own life. You only live one life, man. You're a priority. Show up for yourself day in and day out. Love yourself for who you are. Love yourself for who you're becoming. Love yourself for the mistakes. Forgive yourself for the mistakes. Remind yourself that you are worthy of anything that you desire, anything that you want, and you can get it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Share the show, subscribe, review. Let me know how I did. Let me know how these 2 episodes this week helped you out. This one, showing up for yourself. Monday's episode was a mental detox. If you haven't heard that episode, go back and listen to it. Let me know what you think. Leave a review. I appreciate y'all. You have a good weekend. We're going to be back again on Monday. But let me leave y'all with this. Your storm is running out of rain. Your challenges will end. Your heart will heal. And your soul will be at peace again. Thank y'all for tuning in to Sauna IE. We out.